Canada, UK, Australia, all are planning to cut student numbers. On the contrary, New Zealand is inviting international students. As per the data, New Zealand had approximately 80,000 students in 2024-2025, and the government has increased the quota by 15 to 20%, and they will be issuing nearly 1 lakh plus visas by 2027. This is from official government sources and not some clickbait. Additionally, they have further relaxed their immigration rules, allowing international students to easily transition from New Zealand residence visa, making this one of the best time to study in New Zealand. Hi, my name is Kareem Charania and I'm a qualified immigration consultant. I help international students transition from being a student to obtain their permanent residency visa. If you're planning to study abroad and obtain a PR visa, please watch this video till the end so you will have a 360-degree understanding of which country is best for you and how you can obtain PR visa after your studies. In this video, we are going to talk about three main topics. Why you should study in New Zealand, what are the pros and cons of moving to New Zealand. When I say con, we'll look into all negative aspects, and lastly, we will also cover how to convert your student visa into a residence visa. All New Zealand universities are ranked in top 2% of the world. This means if you study from any university in New Zealand, you are assured of a world-class education. The reason you should focus on quality education is because your skills and qualification will determine your future employability. Therefore, when you plan to study in New Zealand, you can be 100% assured that you will receive quality education. In fact, the University of Auckland ranked amongst the top 100 universities in the world according to QS rank, and 10 subjects offered by this university fall under the top 50 globally. Similarly, 6 out of the 8 New Zealand universities are ranked in top 300. This is like studying a qualification equivalent to your IITs and IIM. That is the caliber of knowledge you will receive when you pursue an education in New Zealand. Even if you plan to travel the world after completing your masters, this qualification will be highly regarded and globally recognized because you have gained your education from a top-notch institute. And finally, you are more likely to get a high-paying job after completing your higher education in New Zealand. The best part about New Zealand is that most master's degree take only 1 year to complete. Let's take one real example and compare it with Australian education. Let's say a candidate wants to do an MS in AI. Here is the cost breakdown. In Australia, cost of studies per year is approximately $42,000 per annum, and the qualification is for 2 years. So the total cost will be nearly $84,000. Whereas New Zealand cost of education is approximately $55,000, but you only study for 1 year. So the total cost for your education is around $55,000. So the difference is nearly $30,000. But wait, that's not the real difference. So if you do a 2 years degree, that means you're not working for the second year. But if you complete a degree in 1 year, you move on to the employment ladder and start working from the next. Let's say even if you earn $70,000 per year, the real advantage becomes close to nearly $1 lakh. And if you get a scholarship, that could be icing on the cake. Talking about scholarship, here is the full list of scholarships that you can apply as an international student pursue your higher education in New Zealand. First is the Manaki New Zealand Scholarship. Second, the New Zealand Excellence Award Scholarship. Third, the ASEAN High Achievers Scholarship. Fourth, International Excellence Scholarship. Fifth, the Tongareva Scholarship. And in addition, a lot of universities offer bursary. Common bursaries below, and I will make a full video on how you can get a special discount from the university via bursary. Coming back to the comparison of studying in New Zealand versus studying in Australia. Now, most of you will tell Australia has more jobs. I agree, Australia has more jobs, but that does not mean New Zealand has no jobs. Even New Zealand has plenty of job opportunities. In fact, the New Zealand IT industry is growing at 7 to 10% CAGR year on year. That means if you have the right skills, there are enough opportunities for you in New Zealand as well. Let's look at some of the official data about IT industry in New Zealand. The New Zealand tech industry is currently worth $15 to $20 billion, and in next 4 to 5 years, it will almost double. Now imagine the number of employment opportunities this will create. Please note, these are not some hypothetical numbers. This is not a clickbait. These are from authentic source. You can comment below what are you planning to study, and I will do a full industry analysis for you and make a full video. Now, talking about pros and cons of New Zealand, let's begin with what are the top reasons why you should move to New Zealand. First, New Zealand is one of the safest countries in the world. It's ranked number 4 by the Global Peace Index. Low crime makes it one of the best places for international students. New Zealand is also a sports lover's paradise. Whether you play cricket, tennis, badminton, hockey, cycling, swimming, there are clubs everywhere for all levels, starting from beginners to an advanced level as well. New Zealand is also ranked number 1 for a work-life balance in 2025 thanks to its generous leave, shorter working hours. If you are a Gen Z and planning to move abroad, New Zealand is the right place for you. And New Zealand has eased its immigration rules, making it easier to qualify for permanent residency. I have shared a video link in the description below on full process of how to obtain a New Zealand residency. Now let's talk about the real downside. New Zealand is expensive. Some months of the year, even one eggplant or a cauliflower can cost up to $10 per unit. But the good news is salaries are equally good. So once you start earning, it will not affect you much unless you plan to eat eggplants on daily basis. Well, jokes apart, another downside to New Zealand is it's far across. It's ocean apart. It's located on one corner of the world. But the flight time to US and New Zealand is almost similar, which is around 16 to 18 hours. And with all the current geopolitical and global tension, being in a peaceful corner of the world is not a bad idea. Salaries are not as high as US, but work-life balance is far better. Now we will discuss how you can convert your studies to a permanent residency. New Zealand is one of the easiest countries to get a PR after completing a master's degree. You just need to find a skilled job, and trust me, it is 10 times easier than of Australia or Canada. I say this with authority because I'm an immigration consultant for all 3 countries, and I know the struggle students are currently facing for Australia and Canada. So why I'm saying New Zealand is 10 times easier? Let's look at what are the requirements and you tell me what you think. Here are the requirements. You need to complete a master's degree from New Zealand, and you need to find a skilled job that pays you $70,000 per year. It is as simple as that. Now let's compare it with Australia so you have a better understanding. Australia requires you to score 8 bands in IELTS and have at least 3 years of work experience. In addition, the processing time in itself takes 2 to 3 years. Coming to New Zealand, the New Zealand residency visa just takes 6 to 8 weeks for processing, and that's about it. You can become a New Zealand resident within 6 to 8 weeks. Similarly, when we compare it with Canada requires you to have 3 years of Canadian experience post your qualification. On the other hand, New Zealand, you just need to have a job offer, and that's about it to qualify for a New Zealand residency visa. The moment you get a job, you can easily become eligible to apply for residence and obtain your residency visa within 1 to 2 months. New Zealand is best for quality education, excellent lifestyle, work-life balance, PR opportunities, safety. But everything depends on the right course. If you choose the wrong course, everything goes down the drain. So take your time, do your research, and if you think you need help, the BBC education team is here for you. Their inquiry form is in the description. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.